up, family? Welcome to another installment episode of Faith Talk. I'm your host, Matthew McKinnon, and I'm glad that you were able to join me today. Listen, I want you to do this for me. Share this and let people know that we are bringing them faith-filled, positive content to help you on your journey, to encourage you through this rocky life, to help you know that God has not left you alone, but He is always with you. So let's get right into it today. So let's talk faith for a moment. One of the things my mother always taught me is to remain humble. It didn't matter how high I got. It didn't matter how much success I got. It didn't matter how much successful I became, to always remain in a state of humility. You know, the Bible says in 1 Peter chapter 5 that we ought to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, and at the proper time, He may exalt us. Even Jesus, being the man that He was, He sacrificed His life for the human race. That's a sign of humility, that His sacrifice, knowing that it wasn't about Him, but it was about the salvation of the world. It's a Greek concept called kenosis, which means He emptied Himself of His divinity and He took on the form of humanity, that He could feel everything that you and I have ever felt. That's the form of a servant. He came in the form of a servant, even though He came as God. Wow. He emptied Himself of divinity, still remaining God, and He put on the form of humanity to let people know that He feels everything that you and I have ever felt. Can we take ourselves down a level a little bit and just understand that if Jesus can sacrifice His life in the form of servanthood, we need to be brought down a little bit and understand that this life needs to be filled with a moment and a clarity and a context of humility, that we are able to understand that the life you live, the life that I live, is not necessarily for you, but to be a shining, glowing example to someone else. Remain in a state of humility. Remain in a state of positivity, that you are able to show others that the Christ in you is being shown out in the earth. So why don't you take it from the words of Prophet Kendrick Lamar? Sit down a little bit and be humble. I hope you enjoyed these few words to remain in a state of humility. We'll be back next week with another installment of Faith Talk. I'm your man, Matthew McKinnon. Be blessed, family. See you next time.